I'm June Kang and welcome to Diplomacy Lounge. Belarus is located in the heart of Europe and emerged from the Cold War as a country of innovation and ingenuity. Like Korea, the Belarusian economy covers a myriad of productions, from semiconductors, automotives, computer hardware, and also software design. Belarus and Korea established their ties soon after the Iron Curtain fell, and it has grown to a pragmatic and respectable relationship in both the business and international arena. Today, we've invited the ambassador of Belarus to Korea, Natallia Zhylevich, to talk about her plans to create a stronger, more fruitful relationship with Korea. But before we begin, let's take a look at the current affairs of our diplomatic world.
After visiting North Korea to talk about Pyongyang to return to the six-party talks without preconditions, Chinese Vice Premier Li Keqiang arrived in South Korea on October 26 for his two-day visit. Li, widely expected to succeed Chinese Premier Wen Jiabao next year, met with South Korean leaders and talked about ways to increase bilateral cooperation as well as security situations on the Korean peninsula. They also announced an expansion of bilateral won-yuan currency swap agreements from the current $26 billion to $50 to $60 billion, aiming to better protect itself from global financial turmoil. Argentina's centre-leftist President Cristina Fernandez was re-elected on October 23rd as voters credited her unconventional policies for a long economic boom. Fernandez won her second term by winning almost 54% of the vote in elections, with nearly 97% of polling stations reporting nationwide. Her nearest challenger got just under 17%. No Argentine leader has won such a big share of the vote since General Juan Domingo Perón was elected for the third time with 62% in 1973. She has now become Latin America's first woman to be re-elected as president. Libya's transitional leader declared his country's liberation on October 23rd after an 8-month civil war and set out plans for the future. He laid out a vision for the post-Gaddafi future with an Islamist tint, saying Islamic Sharia law would be the basic source of legislation and existing laws that contradict the teachings of Islam would be nullified. Meanwhile, Brazilian Foreign Minister Antonio Patriota said that the UN should take its responsibility in the establishment of a timetable for Libya's democratic process and added that the Brazilian government will willingly provide assistance for Libya in several areas. Coming up next, let's hear from Ambassador Natallia Zhylevich about what could be the most important and prominent sectors in terms of boosting the economy of Belarus.
Ambassador, it's so wonderful to have you here on our program. I know that this is your first posting in Korea.
Yes, and my first visit actually to Korea.
I see.
And I like it very much. I like everything here. From the very first step I made at the airport in Cheon, I realized that I'm going to fall in love with this country, and I am in love with Korea. I have been around the globe, but I have never seen anything like so. It is something totally new to me. On the one hand, the place it occupies, I mean geographically, beautiful mountains covered with green, broad streets, wonderful river, fantastic landscape. Architecture is absolutely amazing. I like it very much.
Thank you.
And I like the people very much. They're so cordial, they're so hospitable. You cannot imagine, I was looking into the window, I was doing shopping window, as every lady does, and could not understand what I saw. A lady came up to me and said, "Do you have any problem? Mm-hmm. Shall I help me? Shall I help you?" It caused me tears. Oh. It is wonderful. I like it very much. And of course, kimchi. The Korean cuisine is very good. I like it very much. It is very natural, it is very healthy, and it gives me a sense of pleasure. I like it.
Ambassador, thank you so much for sharing all your lovely experiences, your
Not at
first
all.
impression of Korea. We're so happy to hear that you've been so well received here and your
Yes.
experiences have been as good as they have. Ambassador, I also heard that you prepared something very special for us today
Yes.
to share a little bit of your culture.
Yes, thank you. Alicia, please come up to us.
Oh my. Hello. Beautiful.
It is.
Just gorgeous, Ambassador.
It
Now,
looks
what
nice.
are we seeing here? This is not just a regular outfit.
No, this is a traditional Belarusian outfit. And you see that the basic color is white. And this is something probably which unites us, the Belarusians and the Koreans. And you can see the traditional embroidery,
Yes.
which dates back to ages before Christmas, before Christians.
I see.
And it is very symbolic. You can see in the middle of the outfit the colors and the patterns which signify sunshine, mother, homeland, and life.
Oh, wow.
And the traditional belt was hand woven, which is one of the specificities of our country.
Just gorgeous. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
This is lovely. Thank you very much. Ambassador, that was a wonderful treat for our audience and to see the national costume, and such a beautiful costume you have.
Thank you.
Now, on the other side, I see that Belarus has taken the world by shock, having built one nuclear power plant. Can you tell us about this?
Yes, it was actually a shock for everybody, not for us. We are a fastly growing economy, not probably as much as Korea, but nevertheless, and we need more and more energy for surviving and for developing. And traditional sources of energies are not enough today, and you understand it very well, as much as we do. That is why the decision to construct a nuclear power plant was a natural one for us. And you can imagine how difficult it was to persuade the public opinion in my country after the Chernobyl disaster. Nevertheless, today over 60% of the population support the idea of the nuclear power plant, and the number of people against is 20%. An average number for every country which has nuclear energy. Korea, the same.
Now, how did that change come about? Because I can appreciate that there's a significant understanding for the need for nuclear energy. This is the direction that the world is taking now. How did this change all of a sudden?
It was not all of a sudden. It took us about 20 years to persuade the public opinion. On the one hand, we needed new sources of energy. On the other hand, we needed to protect our environment. My country is a very green one. 40% of the territory is covered with forests. And we have over 7,000 lakes. And the nickname of my country is a blue-eyed Belarus, because of so many lakes and rivers. We need to protect it. You will understand our stance, because the general tendency here in Korea is green growth.
Sure.
This is what we need too. That is why we made our choice for nuclear energy, which is environment protecting and doesn't give any pollution to the environment. And today technology is so high and so well developed that one can choose proper project to protect both life and environment.
So there will be some plans for the future development of plants as well. And I'm wondering if Belarus will take a further examination to potential bids that Korean firms may offer to build future plants.
Thank you very much for this question. Yes, our plans are very great, and we would like very much that the Korean companies participate in the construction of power plants, in the construction of energy facilities in my country in general. We have already made several proposals to the Korean investors, both in traditional energy, first of all, water, and in nuclear energy too. And we are inviting everybody, come to my country. It's a good place to do business. Yesterday, World Bank issued a report doing business 2012. And my country is number 69 today. Last year it was 91. Of course we are not as developed as Korea. You are number 8. But we shall do the same.
Congratulations for the achievement. It's a progress,
yes,
and there are many potential developments to continue.
Correct.
So thank you for the exciting opportunities that are still ahead of us.
Thank you.
Now, you've been very busy. You have been newly appointed here in Korea, and we were fortunate enough to have our camera crew accompany you on your very busy day. Let's have a look at the video.
The Korea Institute of Public Administration is located in Gangnam, Seoul. Ambassador Natallia Zhylevich was accredited to Korea last month. As the newly appointed ambassador, she visited the institute, which has signed an MOU with the Belarus Administrative Academy last year.
Thank you very much.
2010년 벨라루스 행정 아카데미와 MOU를 맺기 위하여 작년 9월에 가서 공식적으로 공동 협력을 하기로 협정을 맺게 되었습니다. 한국과 벨라루스의 문화 교류와 또는 공무원 교육 훈련 이런 데서 큰 기여를 하실 것으로 알고
Ambassador Natallia Zhylevich and the president of the institute had in-depth discussions on the future of their bilateral exchanges in various fields, especially in the area of public administration.
My first public appearance was in Seoul, was a conference organized by KIPA. We're happy about it because it means that we can share our knowledge, we can share our experience, and we could contribute together to the development of the two countries and the two people.
The Institute of Foreign Affairs and National Security co-organized an international academic conference with the Pacific Forum CSIS and the Australian National University. Key diplomatic figures were invited to participate in this conference, which was held under the title Alliance in Transformation and Regional Security Architecture in Northeast Asia.
Last year we hosted a meeting on nuclear security. This year the topic is Alliance in Transformation and Multilateral Security Cooperation in Northeast Asia. In this conference we will review the progress and achievement we have made over the years and then find out the future direction of the alliance in general as well as the alliance between the United States and South Korea more specifically.
Security experts analyzed and reviewed the current global security environment and regional alliances from various angles. Also, it offered an opportunity to share different national interests while seeking ways to enhance multilateral cooperation.
Everything which concerns this country is of interest to us too, because we are partners. And I hope that our partnership will stay as stable as it is today. It is one of my aims to contribute to the development of our partnership both in the international arena and on the bilateral level.